are you? I hope you've had a fantastic week. Today you are in for a treat.
Yep.
Jono, why are they in for a treat?
Well, today we go through a few snare drums. Once again, I may be wearing this baby right here.
This is the blind snare drum shootout. Yeah. Now, I have dressed up our Stormtrooper in a nice blue velvet tie instead of the black one from last time. Alright, I'm just going to work my way through my tie collection. Jono?
Oh,
Have fun!
see you soon.
Are you actually right to get out of the room? If you trip over, no public liability. Alright, Jono? Are you ready?
I am ready.
Was that a nod or a shake? Do it again.
It's meant to be a nod.
Oh, a nod. There we go. Alright. So, this is the first drum that we're looking at. Like we discussed before, we're going to rank these in order from 1 to 5. You sort of know the drums we're going to be working with. I want to see what you rank as number 1.
Alright.
So, there is a drum in front of you. Look, there's the middle's like... Oh, so much talent finding the center of the drum. Very good. Alright, are you ready?
I'm ready. Shall I play it?
Yeah, you can go for it. Do you like it?
I really like that one.
You really like it?
Yeah.
Out of 10, how would you rate this drum?
Out of 10.
Yeah, just throwing around like random number systems.
This one, I give it a... I like it. It feels like it's a little bit shallow, so maybe still sounds really nice. Maybe a 7?
You gonna give this a 7?
Yep.
Alright, how would you describe the sound from inside your helmet?
Inside here, it's very bright. Everything's very bright.
It's bright. Okay.
But as soon as I hit it, there's a lot of presence about the drum. There's still some depth, but it just doesn't feel like what I'm using in the recordings with that bit of extra depth to the snare. So
Oh, so you don't think this is our cover drum?
nah.
No. Okay. Well, alright, here's the big question. Which place do you put this drum in out of 5?
Oh. 3.
Okay, number 3. We can work with that. How about we get another drum? Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Alright, let's go. Drum number 2. Alright. Jono, do you need help finding the middle? Have you got your technique down? Oh, look, there's the edge. Well done. The 2 tips touched. Fantastic. Okay,
Shall I play?
second drum, go nuts.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's different.
It's different?
Yep.
Why'd you say it's different?
Like, I like it. It's got a lot of bite. I don't know. I'm so used to timber snares. I feel like this isn't a timber snare.
You think it's metallic?
It's either a steel or a brass or I don't know. It's something. I don't know. It could be a timber, but it's got a lot of bite on it. You know. I don't know. It sounds good though. Like it's still very present with what it is, but it just doesn't have that depth in it that I'm looking for.
It's a lack of depth. You think it'd come out alright in a recording?
Yeah, because of the bite, you've got a lot to work with, I guess.
Okay, cool. Alright, if we were ranking all our snares out of 5, right? So 1 to 5, where does this one sit, do you think?
Maybe number 4?
You reckon number 4?
Yeah.
Okay. How about we jump onto our next drum?
Okay.
Woohoo! Let's go! And we're back! Jono! Oh.
Another drum.
Yes, that's a drum.
Is that...
That's not the middle. I'm gonna move your sticks forward just a little bit to about there.
Alright.
That's it?
Yep.
Yep.
Should
Go
I
for
play?
it. Yeah, you should play. You should definitely play.
That's my snare.
That's your snare drum?
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess this would be a ranking number 1.
Yep.
I
Sorry,
tried
man.
to
Like
trick you.
that sound. Listen to the depth in it. It's got just so much body and bite, and it's
Okay, I have to ask, right? You've played a lot of snare drums over time.
yeah.
Where does this rank out of 10 compared to like the perfect snare drum being 10 all the way down? What's this?
This is like a definite 9.5.
9.5.
It's been one of the best snares I've ever played. Like, honestly, I would give it a 10, but I'm sure, you know, as time goes on, there'll be something else that blows my mind. But at the moment, this is one of the favourite things that I'm pretty sure it's my snare. Like, you know,
It'd be pretty funny if you're wrong, wouldn't it?
It would be pretty funny to watch this back later and go, oh crap. But nonetheless, at the moment, I'm pretty sure with that sound, the way that I tune it, the way that I like my sound, pretty sure that's my snare.
Yeah, okay. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we, mate?
Yep.
Alright, I am going to grab the next drum. Okay. Be right back. Jono!
Molzo!
There's a drum in front of you. That's it.
Yeah.
Well done! This technique of finding the edge and then the middle and all that and touching the drumsticks is working very well. I'm very impressed. It's almost like you've been in a blindfold before.
Oh, once before.
Once. Yeah. Okay. How about you give it a play and see what you think? Then we'll have a chat.
Alright.
Go!
Yep.
Yep.
It's not bad.
That's not your drum, is it?
Nah.
Are you sure? That could be our cover drum.
No.
No?
It is not.
It's not the cover drum. I'll write that down in my notes. Not the cover drum. Okay.
It is not my drum. This.
How would you describe the drum?
I don't want to. I don't know.
Don't be diplomatic. Just tell me what you think.
Like even that. It just sounds cheap.
Cheap.
Like it's thin. There isn't a lot of bite or body to it. It's I don't know. It sounds like a cheap. It could be a good drum, and
It
if
could
it
be
is,
a
I'm
good
sorry.
drum. Yeah.
But it sounds like a cheaper type of timber, something that.
You never know. There could be like millions of these sold a year.
Listen, there could be millions of those sold a year, and good on them.
Good on them. Yeah. Okay. All right. If you were to rank this drum out of 10,
Yep.
what do you think the ranking would be?
I don't really like the sound. I'd probably
Yeah.
give this one a 5. I mean, look, it's a drum. It sounds like a snare drum. It works like a snare drum.
It is a drum.
And you know,
Yes.
I didn't tune any of these. You did all that.
Yeah,
It
I did.
actually sounds not too bad
Yeah?
but it just
Are you ripping on my tuning?
no. It just doesn't. It's the timber or whatever the shell is. If it's a steel drum or something, it just sounds like there's nothing big about it. It's just really thin.
Okay.
So I'd probably give it a
thin,
5.
Small 5.
Yeah.
Is that a 5 out of 10 and a 5 on our ranking scale?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, we found the drum. The last place. Okay. How about I go get the last one and we'll be back in right a moment. Happy?
Happy.
Happy! See you soon. Okay, Jono, it is our final snare drum.
Yay!
Yay!
I can get out of this sweat mask.
Very soon, mate. Very soon. Okay, do you want to do your little stick trick and find the middle of your snare drum and... Yay! Oh, I better turn the snare on. That probably is going to help. Okay, how about you have a play and tell me what you think?
I like this snare.
You like it?
That's another nice snare. That's a really nice snare, that one.
So, hypothetically, is this better than the third one you played? The one you thought was our cover drum, the one that you use all the time.
Yeah.
That one, the one that you thought was that. Is this better?
No, but it's close.
It's close?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is still a timber. I don't know. I'm thinking it's. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's timber. Like,
Timber?
just with the depth and the ring and everything that it's got, it's definitely a deeper drum. Well, at least I feel like it's a deeper drum. It's got so much body about it again. There's just something that from the third one that I tried to this one, that's lacking in the middle somewhere. But still, as an overall sound compared to everything else we tried today, this is still one of my favourites.
One of your favourites?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have a choice in the ranking system. It's going to come in as a number 2 on our list based on everything else you said.
That's it.
Let's still give it out of 10. What do you reckon?
Oh, it's a definite 8.5 out of 10.
8.5.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
if I couldn't play my snare that I was playing on all my recordings, whatever this is, I'd be playing this on my recording.
you'd be playing this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you do own this drum, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, it's one of mine.
It is one of your drums.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't own crap snares. Yay!
Oh, fantastic. Alright, what we might do, I'm going to... Actually, how about you take off your helmet? Oh, look at him, ladies and gentlemen.
So hot in there.
Yeah. It's like you just had a shower.
Hey, it's my Bubinga.
Yeah, it is your Bubinga.
Oh, I like this snare.
Yeah.
This is a nice snare.
I let Jono out of his helmet, so we might go and
Dry
put
off.
the snares away, get him a towel, and then we'll be right back to talk about the results. See you soon! Alright, welcome back!
Hello!
Jono has dried himself off.
I am much drier, less sweaty.
Yes. So, we're going to take him through the drums in order of what we did the sound test with.
Yep.
Being honest, did you know what all of them were?
Look, I had an idea, but as soon as I played my snare, I knew straight away. I was like, oh, that's my sound.
Because you own 3 of these drums.
3 of them. So you were very good at making sure that you got a few different little options there, and I was a little bit nervous that I'd pick something that wasn't mine. But
You did it though! You did it though!
But I'm very particular with my sound. I know what I like, and
Yeah.
you know, I think there's so many different sound options that are available for different people to choose. But for me, like, I definitely go for the timber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's run through the list. This is your
Hey, was this the first one?
This was the first one. So,
Right.
you ranked this number 3.
Yeah.
It's the Yamaha Absolute Custom Series Maple.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell us about this drum.
So I really like this drum. The only regret that I have is I wish I had ordered it slightly deeper.
Okay.
Like, everything about this drum is so nice. I love maple. Maple's one of my favourite timbers out of what I can choose for a drum kit. So it's a maple shell, 100% maple. It's got the die-cast tube. Big thing I like is it's 10 lug. All my snares are 10 lug. Anything I own that hasn't been 10 lug has moved on.
So with 10 lugs, you have more control over the head. Yeah.
That's right. So more control with tuning, especially with the die-cast tube. Die-cast tubes kind of really tighten up your sound versus a triple flange or a power hoop or something that allows for a bit more of an open tone.
Mm-hmm.
But in this sense, I really, really like this snare drum for what it is. But like I said, I wish it was a little bit deeper.
So how long have you had this drum?
I've had this one since 2006, so quite a few years now.
Yeah.
The timber's had time to mature, really settle in and come about its tone. The other thing that I've done with this one, I'm just going to show the camera really quickly. I don't know if they'll see it, but I've got the big snare on the bottom.
The super snare.
The super snare. It's a 42 strand snare. I believe I got it. It's a Gibraltar one.
Yep.
And it just helps with adding a little bit more, depth in the snare sound and tone about it. So, yeah, as the snare goes, I really like this one.
Yeah, cool. So you said this was bright, it had presence, some depth, it wasn't your cover snare.
No.
And you gave it a ranking out of 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Do
This one...
Do you stand by what you said?
Yeah, it's definitely a 7 out of 10. Like, for me, for the style that I'm playing, what I'm doing, it's a 7 out of 10. But... if I reckon, because it's a 5 or 5.5 inch deep snare, if I had that 6 or 6.5 inch depth with that timber in this configuration, I reckon it would definitely score higher, in my opinion.
Yeah, cool. How about we talk about the next one?
Yep, let's do it.
So, I will take this away and we will move to your second one, which is actually one of my drums.
Your snare.
My drum. Okay.
Yeah, okay, right.
It makes sense now, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
So,
I mean, by the way, you've tuned these quite well.
I've tried. And to be fair, out of everything that I worked with, this was the biggest pain to try and match, like, not to get it to sound nice, because I can make this drum sound nice, that's okay, but to try and match it against nice timber snares, it was tough.
Yeah. And you're dealing with a whole depth issue.
Well, that's what I was
well.
going to say, because of the depth and also because it's metallic. So this is a brass Piccolo Yamaha snare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's just nice.
Still a lovely snare. Like, it sounded good, but for me, with what I play and how I like them, you know, this is a test on what I like, not what I think everyone should buy. But if this once again was you know, it's a brass shell. If it was, I don't know, a 5 or 6 inch depth shell, it would probably have a lot more tone and depth about it, and it probably would be, you know, a very good studio snare drum. Probably take your head off in a club or something.
That's what I was going to say. Some of the things with this snare, like, because it was so short, it is harder to tune as well, because you're getting a lot of the resonance from the bottom head at the same time. But you can crank this thing all the way up.
So, I mean, some people would use this as a main snare, but I would probably use this as a second snare alongside the other snares that I'm using, and probably, I don't know, there's so many different mats and different things you can put on them to have different effects and whatnot these days. It would be a great snare as a second snare for different sound options in your playing.
It's fun to play with.
Yeah.
Great
snare though, but just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, so we'll put that one down and we will look at the next one. Jono, what is snare drum number 3?
It's my snare. It has to be. If it's not my snare, it's my snare. Yes, it is.
Tell us about this drum, Jono.
I've had this for about a year and a half. This is the DW Purple Heartwood. It's a 14 by 6.5 inch deep snare. It's 10 lug. I heard it with the hoops that come with it. Like, I mean, DW do just such a fantastic job with all their drums, but this is the collector's series, so this is just, I don't know, it's made to perfection, really, for my ears at least. I do, as you probably noticed with most of my snares that I have used in different recordings over times, if you've followed us on YouTube for a while, I do like to have exotic timbers or something that's slightly different from the run-of-the-mill. And
it just makes it cut. It's a different sound to the rest of the kit, and it stands out.
And you know, I just said I've had this for about a year. Over the year, the sound has changed dramatically as the timber matures.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's just getting fuller, nicer. The bite in the top end is just getting so, I don't know, neatly rounded, if I can put it that way, that when you hit it, it doesn't take your head off, but at the same time, it just projects this really nice snare sound that I'd expect to hear in a hi-fi kind of environment, live or in the studio.
Yeah, it's very easy to mix as well. Yeah, you know, we don't have to do much to this in the covers. So.
And to also tune it, you know, we got the 10 lug again, which makes it really simple for tuning. Even though it isn't a die-cast hoop and it's like a triple flange, well, it's DW's version of what's going on, but it's still so easy to tune and to pull a nice sound out. So yeah, by far it's my favourite drum.
Yeah, cool. I was almost 100% certain you were going to pick this drum.
Oh, it's my drum.
I tried to make his other drums sound as nice as this one.
And I don't know if you noticed, there's no sound thing. There's no gaffer.
Nothing.
There's nothing. This is the drum. That's it. Like, you put the heads on it. I've got a Evans Genera dry on this one. You put it on and it just sings.
No plastic,
nothing like that. It's a good drum. It works for me.
Yeah, cool. All right.
What's next? What I want to know what this drum was, because I couldn't pick it and it just sounded horrible.
You didn't like it?
Nah.
I worked very hard on this drum, Jono. so hard.
You got gaff on it. There's a problem.
Well, I was moving it in and out of the room, and the actual moon gel was falling off as I'm moving around. I'm like, how am I going to make this work for the video? So I ditched the moon gel. I put the tape on. The gaffer tape does match the drum, though. Let's be fair.
All right. So first things first.
This is the elephant in the room.
This is an 8-lug drum.
Yes.
I don't like 8-lug drums.
No.
Like on a snare drum, that is.
Yes. It's also not an exotic timber or even a nice timber. No.
But look, to be fair, when I played it, I was like, okay, it's not too bad. Like, I was expecting it to go boing, you know.
Yeah.
But
so you sort of assumed that I'd put a a dodgy drum in there.
I did assume that you put one in there, but like when I played it, naturally I heard the sound characteristics of it, where it's thinner. You know, even though it's got a bit more depth than the Piccolo snare and that.
There's just not a lot of presence.
The other thing is, I don't really like drums with raps on them. This is a rap. It chokes the sound. It doesn't allow the timbre to do its thing and work the way it should. So, look, it was good.
That's right.
When I hit it, I was like, it's a cheap drum. It didn't go boing. It went snap.
You're probably able to pick this up second hand for $20-$30.
Oh,
right?
yeah, 100%.
And when you buy them new, it's 100 and something. Not a lot of money anyway.
No.
We're sitting this against $1,000 drums.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So just keep that in mind when you're listening and you put on your headphones and you hear this. There was a bit of work to get it to where it is, but it wasn't a challenge.
I didn't tune these ones.
Yeah. So excuse me. I didn't have a hard time tuning it. Not anything like when I was doing the brass snare. It was easy to get to this point, but trying to get anything further than this or anything nicer than the sound that you're hearing now, it's not gonna happen.
And the other thing is, as well, we're not working with high-end heads. We're just working...
Did you see the head?
I'm looking at it now. I've just been looking at it going, that's cheap head.
It's a stock kit head.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, for what it is, it actually come up pretty good.
That's right.
Like, it wasn't that bad now, considering, looking at it, thinking about what it is and how you've worked it, I guess.
Second hand, you could get this drum for $20 and have something that sounds okay.
You know what's funny?
What?
You could buy this drum for $20 and then put $50 worth of heads on it.
You could.
But it would sound alright.
Alright, let's get to the last one. Alright, let's try not to knock over any others while I'm doing this. Jono, I said it the other day.
My snare as well.
I like this more than your purple Heartwood one.
Well, that's just
it's
silly.
a big call.
That's just silly.
I don't care. I still like it well. Yeah, it's fantastic. You want to talk about it?
Well, look, I've had this snare for a while. This was a birthday gift from my wife for me, which was absolutely lovely and surprising. Like I said, I like the exotic timbers. I heard Bubinga kits in just YouTube videos that I was listening to, and I was like, wow, I really like the tonal characteristics of that timber. Tama make fantastic drums as well.
Yeah.
It was 10 lug.
The S.L.P. series that they do with all the different types of timbers and everything. It's a great place to start to look at snare drums.
Well, it was the series they introduced so that there wasn't something cheap and then they had their high end. It was this middle range that people would be able to afford but still be able to get a really nice timber for the price that you're paying. You're not having to pay thousands of dollars for a snare drum.
Yeah.
But the mechanisms are really nice on this. The one thing I did do I changed out the hoops, the original hoops that came with it. So I put die-cast hoops on.
Top and bottom?
Top and bottom. So as you can see, there's a gold one on the top. A
bit
silver
of bling,
one
mate.
on the bottom. Yeah. I was actually really fortunate. My old drum teacher, Giuseppe, had some extra hoops laying around in his drum collection of stuff, and he gave these to me just to try it out, and I put them on once and they've lived there for the last, 7, 8
and
years.
he never got them back.
He never got them back. But I'm very appreciative because it's a sound that, it changed the sound of the drum quite a fair bit, but it's a sound that I really enjoy. It's a shorter attack on it with the die-cast hoops, sustain on it. So you got the nice attack, you got the depth because it is a 6-inch deep drum. The Bubinga has a warm tonal characteristic around it. So when you're playing it, I think these, when I bought it, was retail about $700 or $800, and it stacks up against the $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 models. But, so it's a good. I
had
good
to
buy.
do very little to this drum.
Yeah.
Just
Once again,
fantastic.
Nothing on top.
Yep.
What do we got underneath?
Oh,
We got the super
snare.
snare, but
Yeah.
there's nothing to. It's once again the drum.
No.
The drum works.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
They're built well.
It is a nice drum.
Yes, you can't have it.
Yeah. One day I will get a big snare drum of some description. It will happen. It'll happen. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have a chance, please like, thumbs up, tick the boxes, all the stuff. Leave a
Share
comment below.
Share it with your friends that are drummers. They'll love the snares.
That's it. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.